Welcome everyone to the 2nd August 2022 Volta TST meeting, and this meeting is being recorded and will later be published to the YouTube channel. So I didn't see any new agenda items being added to our running agenda. So I copied the items where we had some pending actions from the last meeting, and we could go through those and then open up the floor to discuss if anybody has any topics to bring to the TST. So starting with the first one, I think this is what Gustavo was working on, and he was supposed to submit a patch set. So Gustavo, I think you have already submitted a patch set, is it?
Yes, that's right. Hi there, this is Gustavo. So I worked on top of Matthew Fix, and then I tried to submit a patch set to his commit. However, I couldn't do it because Garrett would return me an error saying about permissions, like I don't have the permission to do that. So I send a new change to Garrett. I hope that's okay. I'll just send the link here in the chat. And then maybe we could abandon or even remove Matteo change. Right, and then I asked Abhilash through Skype to take a look, and everybody that feels like taking a look, please give me a review. And also I would appreciate if someone could test as well. I did my test, but I think it would be good if anybody else could take a look at. And that's it.
Okay, so folks, if whoever could review this, please spend some time on that. I'll also have a look at this.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving into the next one, Golang lint issue on the Voltha controller code base. I think we said that we would visit this at a later date. So, Joaz, do we need to discuss on this today, or should we park it for later?
We can park it for later, but I think, Tinos, you were able to raise an issue, right? That is the issue ID that you mentioned.
Yeah, I was able to raise an issue. I'll just paste the link.
Yeah. Amit, we were able to raise an issue towards COVID, but we didn't get a response. But nevertheless, we were able to raise an issue.
Okay. So nothing further to discuss on that, I guess. Then the next one is on the Voltha controller. Review was pending. I think Serkant was supposed to review it, and I think just before the last meeting, he had sent his review comments. So any further updates on this?
Yeah, I think we have a +1 from Sarkant on this.
Okay.
Sarkant?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, we have a +1 from Sarkant on this.
So I had a couple of remarks. Some missing features, might be some important features missing. So, for example, fast leave and periodic query. Those features should be implemented, especially for the Turkish Telecom workflow. I believe. Yeah.
Okay, we will raise a Jira item for that to keep tracking it and make changes in the upcoming days.
Okay, and another item related with this one. I don't think we have test jobs for the IGMP or multicast workflows. I believe Andrea was doing some tests, but they are not automated, or they are not running automatically after patches.
Okay.
This is something we need to deal with later on, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Noted.
So, just to make sure that I got that correctly, you're saying that we don't have test jobs for this?
Yes, automatic periodic test jobs would be great for multicast workflow. I believe there are already some Jenkins jobs, but they are not running periodically.
Okay, so this is something that we would need to create new test jobs, right? So would Torsten be able to help us on this?
So Tors, yeah.
Okay. Anything else on the Volta Go controller review or some things that have come out of it?
We have raised one more on the help chat part of it. Maybe Tinoj, you can paste it here so that in the next one we can track it. This is for including it in the help chat.
I'll just paste the link.
So for changes to the help chart, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then moving on onto the test pipeline. I think Girish and Sarkar, have you been able to provide any help here?
Yeah, I had a look at this yesterday. So it seems like there could be some problems at ONOS, and I summarized, the issue on the Slack channel where this issue was posted. Seems too convoluted to explain that issue here, but certainly someone needs to take a look at ONOS, and I don't have the expertise to look at the issue or fix it in ONOS. So if someone else could volunteer who has expertise there, would be helpful.
So you mean not the app, but in base ONOS?
Sorry, what?
You mean not the ONOS app, not the OLT app, but in base ONOS itself?
Oh, no. I meant the OLT app in ONOS.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we do that.
I mean, there were a lot of issues that Andrea was, fixing with synchronization with respect to, flow install and, meter synchronization. It seems those issues are still there. So basically the crux of the issue is that the flow is being installed after adapter restart, but, the referenced meters are not present. And I knew there were a lot of problems there. I hope, I mean, we certainly should, start testing these scenarios with the new controller. I mean, at some point, if you want to move there. The new controller is certainly lightweight and faster. And we probably don't want to, keep keep fixing this issues in old owners if you want to migrate to new controller at some point. Just a thought.
Okay. I'm not sure who could help us on this. Yeah, we'll find someone to help on this.
Grish,
I can. Go ahead.
Is this something we need to figure out in the ONOS application or in the Voltha itself?
I don't think it's Voltha. So, since you asked, so let me try and explain the problem. So after adapter restart, the test provisions the subscriber, but the adapters are not yet ready to accept the flow because the adapter needs to reconcile and they also need to establish inter-adapter connections. So the code blocks any flow, any incoming flow until the adapter is completely ready. And it takes a while. I have seen that it takes up to 30 seconds and ONOS keeps trying to install the flow and it keeps failing. At some point it just randomly removes the meters for some reason. And the adapters get ready after some time, and when the flow is being installed, the meters are not there because they were removed earlier.
So how the ONOS applications would know the OLT adapter is ready or not?
It'll not know. I mean, it'll just keep trying to install the flow, that's all. So it should just keep retrying, and at some point, say in this case, after 30 seconds, it'll just go through. But something happened in ONOS. I saw it does basically some reference counting with meters, and there is a lot of stuff going on there. For some reason, I saw some errors and meters getting removed. But the flow is, being trying to be installed again, but there are no meters present, and the flow doesn't go through. That's all, and the test fails because the flows are in pending at state. And if you see at the end of the test logs, the meters are not present, but flows are there, and they're in pending at.
Yeah, I saw the same logs, but I couldn't able to understand the reason.
So to me, it looks like there is some issue in OLT app, but I don't have the expertise to look and fix that.
So just some more info on that, Girish, just to understand. So this happens every time, or is it like sporadic in nature?
This issue is consistent in those two jobs, especially, I mean, they are the DT and Turk Telecom, it's pretty consistent.
So after open OLT restart, provisioning of flow fails. But isn't this a regression? It used to work earlier, right? Open OLT restart used to work.
Well, a lot of changes went in OLT app.
Yes.
So there were sync issues, with respect to flow and meters in some other scenarios. I think some changes went in there. It could have caused regression elsewhere.
Okay, I think we would need a volunteer who could help us look into this. And then, yeah, we could work it out on the Slack channel 1.1 right now in the meeting.
I could take a look, maybe do some analysis, at least to know what's happening.
I can help with that. Let me create a Jira and tag on this document. I'll put all the logs and detailed timestamps, any information that could actually help you.
Okay then. Thank you.
Don't tag me on that email.
Yes, sorry.
Is there a ONF for an Intel? I can do that. Don't worry.
I'll just put it in here.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, so let's move on. So this last item was to check on the access permissions for running the jobs. Mahir, have you been able to figure out anything? Because I was not able to.
I
did-
checked and it still doesn't work. You know.
Okay. So,
So who was that who talked last? I'm sorry, I couldn't make out. Someone volunteered to take a look at Honos.
It was Gustavo, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was me, Gustavo Silva.
Thanks. When I create a Jira, I'll just tag you in the comments so that you get a notification.
Sure. Okay.
Thanks.
okay. So I will follow up with Tammy regarding the permissions for the Jiggles jobs. Yeah, and I think this is the one which we added right now. Yeah, so that's all we have in the agenda items. So let's hear from the folks if there's something that needs to be discussed today. Looks like none. So we're going to have a very, very short TST meeting today. So then, thanks everyone. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day. Have a nice evening, depending on where you are.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.